and welcome back to my channel. I thought I would do a slightly different sort of vlog today. It's another week and another week of disruption here in our house as we're still having the floor done. So I thought I would just do almost like a bit like what I do in my day. As you can see, my hair is having a very bad day today. So it's about 9 o'clock. It's the 6th of April. We've had very exciting news that from the 1st of April we no longer have to shield, which is great. Big thumbs up. I'm still very anxious about going out, so I won't be going out and mixing with a load of people, but that's just me, because being immunosuppressed, you know, the risk of having coronavirus and being unwell is still very high. So even though I've had my first jab and I'll be having my second jab on the 17th, yeah, I'm quite happy just mixing with the people that I'm mixing with. So there we go. So I'll just go and grab my breakfast. Everything is just in chaos. So let me flip you around if I can, which I can't do. Can I do that? Should be able to do that. Maybe I can't. You just have to put it with my face for a minute. So if I press this button, what happens? Oh no, that just adjusts my camera. Let's see if I do that one. As you can see, I don't do technology at all. I press that one, no, there we go. So I'll just sort of stand here and just go. We've got, no, it's just going to follow me. All the furniture, there's a dining room table, there's just various bits. Go into the kitchen, which we've cleared out, so there's nothing really in here. Spin you round. Looks like it's going to be a really nice day again. It's blue sky. I've got like half the flooring done in here. So it's random bits. And then, yeah, so obviously we've got flooring. No flooring, kitchen flooring. So we're just waiting for the guy to get here. So I've made myself some porridge. I've got porridge oats. I think we've got some blueberries, some peach, some strawberries. Just random stuff that was left over from Holly's party. So there we go. So I will do a bit of an update on what's happening, but I can't wait until this flooring is finished, because honestly it was meant to take 4 days and we're now on week 2, so not great, but there we go. It'll be lovely when it's finished. So I'm gonna go and have my breakfast, and hopefully the flooring guy will get here soon, and yeah, there we go. So he's finished doing the screeing, and we put the dishwasher outside, and the sun's come out now, but it's just been snowing, which is really mad, because like the last couple of days it's been really nice and warm, and I was literally thought, oh, there's bits coming off the tree, and then I realised it was snowing, and of course the dishwasher's outside, so we've just had to cover it up with the garden furniture cover. So the flooring guy is done for the day. We now can't walk on the floor for 5 hours, I think, so the kitchen is out of bounds. So there's not a lot we can do now, so I'll just retreat back into the living room and back into the snug, which we've just got stuff everywhere. So, and the poor dishwasher, that's now a little bit cold, but hopefully it'll be all right under there. So yeah, mad weather today. I can't quite believe it's properly snowing. So I'm quite glad we managed to get the cover on the dishwasher. And I know it's April, so I think, are we still in spring? But yeah, considering how nice the weather's been, it's a bit mad. So hello from snowy Cheshire today, and I'm gonna go and find myself some lunch, except I can't go in the kitchen, so I've just found a bag of cereal in the garage, so I'm going to eat that. Okay, the flooring guy has gone, so I can hear myself think now. Unfortunately, we've now got all the windows open, but the sun has come out, so but it's still really cold. So now the windows are open, so I've had to put a jumper on because it's freezing. So I've got myself a hot drink. Can't go in the kitchen, so yeah. I don't know whether anybody else finds, but there's stuff everywhere, and that does not help with my anxiety. And I know it's only temporary, but I just look around and I just think it just unsettles me. Is that the right word? Unsettles? But there we go. You know, it is what it is, and it won't last. So this week has been a better week. On Sunday, that was Easter Sunday, and I went for my MRI scan. I think this is about the 4th one I've had. And I'm somebody, as I've mentioned before, you know, I suffer from anxiety. I don't really do well in small spaces. So going for an MRI scan is, you know, quite, I would say, a challenge. It does unsettle me, and I can feel myself being unsettled sort of in the run up to it, but I know that I've just got to overcome that, because if I don't have it done, then, you know, we're not going to know what's happening. You know, is this disease progression? Is it just a flare up? Is there damage to my joint? You know, we're just not going to know, and it's not the sort of thing that shows up on x-ray. I've had x-rays before, and the doctors will look at them and go, yeah, nothing on that, therefore there's nothing wrong with you. Yeah, I'm sure you can relate to that. So that was the first time I've been back to the hospital in over a year, and normally, because I see my rheumatologist, I see my rheumatology nurse, I see the gastroenterologist, see physio, you know, I'm at the hospital at least once a month, and I've not been for over a year. I did go for my COVID jab, but that was sort of a separate bit. So it was really strange to go back. And I used to work at the hospital, so, you know, I'm used to seeing it really busy. And I know it was Easter Sunday and it's not as busy, but it was really, really quiet, because obviously there's no visiting, and there's no clinics. So yeah, so was in and out from the MRI. You know, you've got to hats off to the NHS. You know, they are a remarkable service, you know, before COVID, and the way they've dealt with COVID is just, you know, remarkable, and that is down to the people that make up the NHS. I have no doubt. So obviously with MRI, you can't take any metal objects in there. You may not be familiar with MRI scan, but basically, you know, x-ray is very black and white, and MRI will show up sort of different areas of inflammation and things you just don't see on an x-ray. So it's like going into, it's a big machine and it makes a lot of noise. So, and obviously it's magnetic, so you've got to wear a face mask, but you have to have a face mask without the metal bit, so they take that bit out. And you lie down on a bed, and you almost go into, if you imagine like, it's got like a sort of a hole in the middle of it, and it's just like a long tube, but when you're in it, you know, there is space between your sort of head and the ceiling. So I always think, because I tend to panic and think, oh, what happens if I feel sick? And I think, actually, I can turn my head, you know, if I was feeling sick where I was to be sick. Not that you would actually want to be sick in the machine, but, you know, if I think these things through, it makes it easier to deal with. And I know, because I've had it in the past, when people say you're just making a mountain out of a molehill. Well, it may be to you, but to me, it's not. So, you know, we all deal with things differently. So you sort of get, the machine sort of slides you in, and it just makes a lot of noise, and it sort of slides you about a bit. But yeah, I close my eyes. You have headphones on because it is very loud, and I just try and think like I do in any situation where I'm feeling anxious. I do my grounding techniques. I tend to think, and this was once sort of taught to me by, I think it must have been CBT, to have a place that I feel happy and I feel safe, and I imagine myself being there. And for me, it's on a little jetty in the Lake District, which was really nice because actually Ben proposed there, and he didn't know that that was the place that I always imagine myself going when I'm feeling anxious. So it's extra special for me. So I just imagine myself being there, and I try and think maybe of things that I need to do, or, you know, sort of happy memories. And I just try and fill my mind and focus on that. And, you know, I just have to work through it. And it was fine, you know. So if you have to have an MRI scan, it is nothing to worry about. And, you know, like a lot of things we have to deal with, you just have to, or I just have to think, I just have to work through this, because not having it done is like a bit like, well, we don't know what we're dealing with. I'm really rambling today. It must be the cold. So that was my exciting trip on Sunday. It was Holly's birthday, and she had a few friends around because we can have people around in the garden. So she really enjoyed that. And me and Ben just stayed in the house pretending we didn't exist, because, you know, she's 14 and she doesn't need us cramping her style. So that was really nice. And the day before was Good Friday, and we'd had my mum and dad and my sister and her family over, because my mum and dad are in our support bubble, so we are one family, and obviously my sister is the second family. And we sat outside and we drank tea and we had cake, and that was really nice as well. So it is gloriously sunny. I still haven't worked out how to switch the camera around. So gloriously sunny now, and it's stopped snowing. I don't know why I'm not sitting over here actually, because that would probably be a nicer shot. So yeah, so it is a better week this week, even though it is very unsettled because there is a lot going on. But I'm hoping after this week, when the flooring guy's finished and the decorator is finished and everything, you know, it will be a bit better. Next week is the second week of the Easter holidays, and Holly is away. So yeah, that is what it is. So I hope you are all doing okay, and I hope if you have been shielding like me, that the end of shielding is, you know, is a positive thing. Probably like me, you're not, you know, gonna rush out and start going to pubs and clubs and places with lots of other people. I know I'm definitely not. But it's nice to know, I think, that, you know, we can go to, or normal people. I obviously don't class myself as a normal person, just because I just think it's funny. And as I said to my husband, you know, I'm just special. And to which he just nods and probably agrees. But it's nice to know that we could go and do stuff. You know, I'm still very cautious about going out, but one thing I will be doing is I will be having a massage. I found that gave me a lot of sort of pain relief. It helped me relax. I get a lot of muscle tension, especially in my shoulders, which makes my headaches worse. I think, you know, I have a lot of pain in my neck and my head anyway. And then when I get the muscle tension as well. So I find having a regular massage helps. And because the lady that I go to, she works on her own, I feel that is a fairly safe environment for me to go to. So, and obviously I've had my first jab. I haven't had my second jab yet. That's on the 17th. The other thing I will be doing, I think on the Wednesday, is having my nails done. Again, the lady I go to, she works on her own. I wouldn't feel comfortable maybe going to a salon where there's lots of people coming in and out, but I think when it's one-on-one and, you know, we're both wearing masks and, you know, there's a screen between us, I feel okay with that. So, you know, it's not everybody's preference. I don't quite know why I can't focus on this, so I apologise. I'm all over the show today, I'm sorry. I'm probably just waffling. However, I'll get back to the point. One of the reasons why I want to get my nails done is as part of my anxiety, I sort of pick my thumbs and I scratch my head. And I don't even know I'm doing it, to the point where obviously my husband picks up that I'm doing it, and now Holly is picked and she's like, what are you doing? And I don't even realise that I'm doing it. But because when I don't have my nails done, I can do that, and when I have my nails on, I can't. So it may seem like a bit of a vain thing, but actually it stops me doing a couple of my anxiety things. And, you know, I need to work on those things, especially the things that I do subconsciously, because like anything, you know, there is a lot of things to be anxious about, you know, and I have to try and work through those. You know, I can't work through all of them, but some of the things I can do, you know, to help me not get a bald patch on my head and not to make my fingers bleed, which, you know, we're not perfect, and, you know, I'm just waffling now. So last week has been a better week. A few things we've achieved with having my MRI, so we'll obviously get the results of that. Things are getting a little bit more back to normal. I know they're far from normal, but, you know, we've got to look at the positives. And it's 6 weeks, I think, before we are meant to go to Centre Parks. And we were meant to go to Centre Parks last year. We were then meant to go to Centre Parks again, and we've just had to keep putting it back and putting it back. But I'm really hopeful that we will be able to go this year. So fingers crossed, that will be something. Just, it'd be nice to get away, and, you know, it's something to look forward to. But I'm also thinking that if we have to push it back again, you know, that's not the end of the world. We can do that. So I hope you are all keeping well, staying safe. I'm sorry I'm waffling again, and this probably isn't very interesting at all, but that's my week, and I will let you know how we're getting on with the house stuff as well when we're a little bit more straight and a little bit less disorganised. Anyway, take care of yourselves, and I will see you in my next video, and I'm going to go and drink my coffee. Bye for now.